Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for joining me for another Wood Rock with Xbox discussion. It's been a good while. I'm hoping to get back into doing more of these more consistently. Just have to find ways to make time for things, and there's a lot going on. But it's funny how I had this thought quite a while ago before all this stuff broke down with the pandemic and everything started getting shut down, but I just never really did the video on it. And that's for Microsoft to make another attempt at bringing back PrimeTime Live. And people will say, well, Andre, PrimeTime Live wasn't even all that great. The only thing that they really had on there was 1 versus 100, and they really didn't do a whole lot with that. The concept in and of itself, when it was done way back when, was actually pretty awesome. You could have a bunch of people playing the game and actually win actual prizes from said game. And it was a nice concept. Like, yeah, back then on the 360, it really didn't have much of a home. Because there wasn't really any need for it, anything that would make it necessary. But nowadays, we could take that concept. We could go back and Microsoft could relaunch PrimeTime Live, one for the Xbox One, and then for the Xbox Series X and on PC, if they decided to, and have it on those multiple platforms, and have people have their own created avatars, their updated avatars, that they could use for these games. Like, they could relaunch the Doritos Crash Course, updated with both of those games together in a single package with new gameplay and new courses, and make that a PrimeTime Live thing. Make it kind of like, like American Ninja Warrior or the Ninja Warrior Trials, just a virtual version. Now, I'm not saying that the prizes should be as big as actual live shows, because that requires travel and being in a specific location to be able to compete. But if they did some simple stuff like you reach the qualifying rounds, you automatically get a month free of Xbox Live Gold, or you automatically get 3 free months of Ultimate Game Pass. Something like that, just for qualifying. And then for like winners, they will have a choice of either a cash prize or actually just taking like a prize of a video game or a set of video games. Like, they could run a lot of different promotions with this. Then they could get shows like 1 versus 100 on. They could get Jeopardy. They could get a lot of bigger shows brought into this, and just make it a requirement that whoever's playing has a headset with a mic on while they're playing, so that they can answer questions. I think that would work. It'd be something that'd be cool. Like you have to have a headset with a microphone on for being able to speak to the host and answer and respond to questions. I don't know why I said refer, but it could be something interesting that they could do. And I think that they were on the right path when they launched PrimeTime Live back in what was it, 2011, 2010, one of the two. They were on the right path with it. I just think maybe it was too soon. It was too early for it. But it could have been done. And it could be done now. Now would make it an even bigger move to do it now. Because again, they can launch it on PC, they can launch it on the Xbox One, and then they can launch on the Xbox Series X when that comes out, whenever it comes out, and have it available for people. They could make partnerships with different companies and still run the commercials and stuff like they were doing before. They could do all of that. And it could be interesting. And then you could see people competing in these things that may not be like, massive gamers that are competing at the highest level for a fighting game or shooter or something like that. But they could compete on this stuff, and it could be live streamed to different platforms while it's going on, so whoever is not playing at the moment could watch in Or if they don't have a Microsoft platform that will allow them the availability or the resources to join in these games, they can at least watch it from something else. It's something that could draw a lot of attention. But I mean, that's just me paying attention. But like once you start incorporating stuff like Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, the $1 Million Pyramid and stuff like that into this format, people would be all for it. And then you could add in a little obstacle course like stuff for it that people would be able to play and enjoy. It's just depending on what people's different skill sets are. And they could take up a lot of older game shows that no one even remembers and start applying them to this concept and possibly bring them back or bring an audience back for them. But I mean, I am just the game idea guy, and this is just the thought that I've had, and it is something that I think would be a very good financial boon for Microsoft, even though they don't necessarily need it, though their gaming division does. But that's how I look at it. However, I'm not going to push this point too much further. I mean, I could go on for hours about the different game shows, but that would kind of make it pointless to do. So thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out.